Good morning. Neil here with the After That Radio Show, my series Who's Who in Santa Cruz. And this morning I'm sitting here with Aptos CA royalty, Leo, the trivia king. Forget about the restaurant. The guy knows everything about every useless trivia piece of information. He's got it right inside that curly head of his.
Thank you.
Okay, look, so my question, which you already know, I'm going to have to ask anyway to get it on the air. Okay, Leo, what is your favorite Marianne's flavored ice cream?
It is actually Polar Bear Vanilla Bean.
It's not Marianne's. It's
Yeah.
Polar Bear. Oh, is it,
Well,
it's the same thing?
The Polar Bear
Yeah.
is owned by Marianne's.
All right.
And I got a story about that one as well. But
You can tell me the story?
if you want.
Gee, you can't just dangle the carrot and not say anything.
So Polar Bear came up with Mexican chocolate ice cream, which is just incredible quality. Everything's really good, and we really loved it and used it.
Yeah.
And then after a few years, probably 6 or 7 years, the woman that owned Polar Bear wanted to stop making ice cream, and she wanted to sell her business. And we looked into picking it up, but didn't work out for us. But we were worried about the Polar Bear ice cream not having the Mexican chocolate. So Marianne's had a Mexican chocolate, but it was a bit of a different recipe.
Yeah.
So we went to that for a while.
Yeah.
And then we finally were able to get.
Did your clients know the difference?
Yeah.
They did. Okay.
And so we, kind of had to go with that. It was the only place that had it. And then after a little while, we kind of got the Sam, who owned Marianne's at the time, we got him to change the recipe to be more similar to Polar Bear's.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a little hard to get him to change his recipe, but he did for us. And it turns out that about a year or so later, when Marianne's was sold, or it goes along, is that Polar Bear opened back up. And we went back to Polar Bear. Sam was not happy, but we went back, and now we have Polar Bear ice cream for that. Yeah. But I love their vanilla bean, and my young son also loves the vanilla bean from there.
Okay,
so.
I'm gonna give that one a try. My favorite's Heaven.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what's in it, but it's Heaven. No clue.
Okay.
Don't need to know. But it's funny. Everyone has a different flavor.
We tried to actually carry the vanilla bean here.
You still have it?
No.
No.
But we tried.
You tell people to go quick across the street, they can bring it back.
No, it was. We tried doing it here, and then
Yeah.
only to find out that the only people who were eating it was me and my son. So we went back to banana mango.
Yeah. Can't be eating your own product. Is this the 60th year or 50th year?
60th. Yeah. Dad opened it up in 1965.
Right.
And it was just the front here.
He came up from LA, right?
He had come up from LA, and he was house painting.
Yeah, that's right. He's a house painter. That's right.
Yeah, house painter.
I did some research, by the way, a little bit.
He did.
Well, it may not. I mean, it's in there, but it may not be. It may not. Your information, your information stays there. Mine somehow leaves.
Yeah, I know. It's all about how you can recall.
Yeah.
But he came up in 62, 63, and did house painting. And he was a journeyman painter, so he was able to do that. He was also really a good artist. So he was doing his art, he was doing house painting, and then when they would have parties, he'd do the cooking. And people used to say, "Why don't you open a restaurant?" Yeah. And
but 60 years ago, there must have been nothing here.
Oh no, there were nine tables.
There would, no, but what was here? Was there houses around here?
Basically, yeah.
But not, I mean,
this
it's not exact.
Old condemned sandwich shop here.
Yeah.
Or a pie shop, as somebody had once said. So
was the bar here back? Was the bar here then?
No, that was
later.
Seacliff Plaza store was actually over here.
Okay.
That's where the Mediterranean is now. So we opened up in '65, and there's only 9 tables. Kitchen was in this area.
Yeah.
And my father opened up, and he did it all: cooking, cleaning, serving, everything.
So he washed dishes. He waited tables. Was he cooking too?
Yeah.
So he just did the whole thing.
Yeah, like basically one of those one-man operations.
Yeah.
Where you see the one guy just running around like a hamster in a wheel.
Could you do that nowadays?
What's that?
That would just be the one-man show.
I could not.
Did you give it a try? Have you ever tried it?
Only when I've been in situations where there's just too much stuff to do. But
Yeah.
no, I wouldn't try it.
Yeah.
It comes down to is if you can't give out a good quality experience, then
Yeah.
you don't even want to try anything
Yeah.
like that.
So
Yeah.
he came up here, started the restaurant, and it got big. Was it well taken?
Yeah, day
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Day one, we've pretty much. Another thing, we pretty much had a waiting list ever since day one.
Yeah.
So
Has the recipes changed over the years, or they stayed the same?
they stayed the same.
They were his, right? Were they his restaurant?
His, and they still are.
They still are to this day.
Yeah, and we're really strict on keeping those.
So if you happen to change something, how many people freak out?
Let's see, I would
Is
say
it- Yeah.
everyone. not just.
I mean, are
one or
there
two.
people? There people here that are so fine tuned they can tell you when you've made like a little difference? Mm-hmm. They can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The biggest, I come in and taste the food in the morning before lunches start, and to make sure everything's as it should be.
Yeah.
And the only times that we have to do anything is sometimes the cooks will forget to add salt. And that's
Add salsa.
Salt.
Salt. Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty routine and they know what they're doing, and just going along they might forget salt. You forget salt in the guacamole or in the enchilada sauce or something. You
Yeah.
just do that, and so that's the only thing that I've had to kind of keep them going with.
Right.
But that's very rarely.
Right.
But yeah, everything's very consistent,
Yeah.
and my father's recipes I like to think they're genius.
Where did he get them from? Were they from his family or?
Yeah, when he was like 14 to living at home, 14 years old, he had to cook at
Yeah.
home for his siblings.
Yeah.
And he had about, I think, 4 siblings, so
Yeah.
he was the one that had to cook. His mother was working.
Some like me who comes to I like to eat out like everyone else. What I find different about this restaurant is you've got to go through that big damn door right here, right? That big wooden door.
The big blue one.
Yeah, and the only door I know that's like this is the one at KSCO radio station where it's for the sound. It's for the sound. That's the second biggest door in Santa Cruz. Is that right there? There's no TVs.
Yeah.
There's no sports going on. There's no loud music, and the waiters still writing stuff down on a piece of paper. Right. You're not. I go to restaurants now that also all your card, and they got a handheld like iPad and blah blah blah. Here it's like you're still writing stuff down on a piece of paper, and there's no neon lights.
Right.
There's no TV.
Right.
You're not offering very much except good food
And the crew.
and the crew.
The crew is the most fantastic crew
So
ever.
how does the orchestration get orchestrated? Is there a routine that you guys have?
For the crew or
for the crew.
No, they just take care of you.
You just take care of it.
Yeah, these are people that have come to us. They've been hired by the crew.
Yeah.
They take care of that, and they work with them to make sure that they're always guest oriented,
Right.
just really guest focused.
Yeah.
They'll remember your name. It's like the Cheers thing.
Yeah.
That poor guy
God bless
just died
George.
the other
God bless
day.
George Went. Yeah.
Yeah, and they remember your names. They get them. You come in. You leave your name for the waiting list or from the to-goes, and
Yeah.
after one or two times they
There's
remember
a
you.
lot of people in this little room. It's not a big area. There's a lot of people going around. You have the customers, then you got the wait staff. But it seems it's all well orchestrated. And one thing I mentioned to you earlier before, which is I find it's unique today, was I came here with a friend. Said, "Yeah, we're going to Manuel's. And didn't want to go to the Hideout. We're going to Manuel's." And then Don Kinnaman and his crew. Do you know Don? Does you know Don?
No, he's the fellow with the boat that saved the Hobie Cat fellow years
He
ago.
was a harbor master.
Yeah.
Harbor master. He showed up with 6 of his crew, and we sat there and talked for 2 hours. And I kept asking the waiter, "Should we? Are we okay? Do you need a table?" No. Just sit there, enjoy yourselves. You're having fun. And we sat there for 2 hours and shoot the shit, and had a great time. And no, you didn't feel pressured about having to get out the restaurant because some other people were waiting for a table.
As it should be. And the reason I say that is that people come here for a myriad of reasons.
Right.
And they don't come to see me. They come here for whatever
I've
they've
never
got
seen you.
outside.
I've never seen you here.
No, it's the crew is the people that people really come to see.
Yeah.
If that's the reason they're coming. Other times they want to be left alone. Other times they want conviviality with the the community. Other times they want just the good food. All these different reasons. But one of the reasons is that they don't feel pressured, and they don't feel pressured to leave, and they don't feel pressured to do things. I don't let the crew drop a check and say at your convenience. They drop a check when you ask for the check, when you're ready. And if you stay longer, that's going to be fine. We'll figure it out, and everybody will get a seat eventually, and that'll be fine. But you don't come here to get pressured to eat quickly. Another thing on that same sort of a vein is that we don't like waiting lists, although we have them every night. People don't come to Manuel's to wait.
But they can expect to.
Well, that's because other people are in front of them.
right.
But yeah, other people are in front of them, but they come and they do wait, and it seems to work out. There's a 100% guarantee for a table.
Yeah.
You just how long you may have to wait.
Yeah.
But people don't come here to wait. They come here to eat, to be with each other, to the crew, to be recognized, to all sorts of things.
So you always have a special there. That very tempting thing. The very tempting thing in the menu. Are those recipes were your dad's too, or was it something?
Yeah, they're all my dad's, except for Tuesday night we have the fish tacos, tacos of pescado, and that's Patricia's recipe.
Tacos Tuesday night. Okay, I remember that one.
Yeah, it's Patricia's recipe.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. And I have the mole recipe.
Apparently your mole is pretty good, but that's what the word is around town.
As I always say, I cook the mole, and as I always say, that the mole better be good, or else I'm going to talk to the cook.
Can you tell us what the mole recipe is?
No. It's got 27 different ingredients, and it's all made from scratch. In fact, last night I made mole, and because it requires so much burner space and kitchen space that I have to come in the morning to make it. I came in last night at 2 o'clock in the morning and made it, and right now it's finishing up. It takes 8 hours to make, and so they'll pull it off of the stove at that time. But it's got 4 different types of dried chilies that we reconstitute in there. It's got sesame seeds, almonds, prunes, raisins, a lot of different things in there, plantains to keep it going.
And during COVID, you had the garden space in the back, right? You had that open. I remember that was very popular.
Yeah, it was. The flowers were going off like crazy.
Right, I remember that. Yes.
Yeah. And it was what do you call it? It was really good out there.
Yeah.
Bits of things went on with it, but the weather fogs up in June and so people don't want to sit outside where it's uncomfortable. But it was just splendid, fantastic.
Yeah, it was a good time. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, COVID. I had the best time during COVID. I had a house up the street.
I'm sure you had a great time.
I did. I had a house up the street which overlooked the ocean. I had the house 1 year. I'm keep a long story short, and I had all these bands. All these bands came and played every day.
Oh wow!
Every band. I mean, I must have had probably almost 200, maybe around 200 shows. People were expecting, and the whole community loves it.
Wow!
And all these bands came, played on my deck, and they had the speakers facing down on the beach. It was a lot of fun. COVID was a great time.
Wow!
Yeah, I know, it's fun.
Okay.
So, next 60 years, there's going to be you just keep plodding along, right?
We're going to keep plodding along.
Plodding along.
It's the consistency.
Yes.
Of our experience, people's experience when they come here. The food, the crew, the no television, the thing where you need to get into the people.
Yeah.
That's going to keep going on.
I spoke to a friend of mine today. She lives in Folsom, right up in Sacramento. Mm-hmm. So what are you doing today? I go, well, I'm going down to interview Leo from Manuel. Oh my God, my favorite restaurant. I drive down there just to go have dinner at that place. Don't you come to the beach? Don't give a shit about the beach. I'm going to I think people come from far and wide. Yeah. To have the experience that you give. Mm-hmm. They come through that big damn door.
The door's got a story as well.
Oh, well, please tell it.
The door was made by a gentleman named Klaus Kesselhat. And he's a guy from Germany. Yeah. And he grew up as a kid in post-war Germany. Yeah. Berlin, actually. And he came over, and he became an architect, but he was also a really good woodworker. So that door actually has no nails in it. It's all that kind of
So
joinery.
carved?
where
Yeah,
they-
yes.
Not carved, but
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
that joinery where they kind
Yes.
of keep everything
Yeah.
together. And it's just a really special door. And one day, so I don't know how it happened during the closing time, but somebody painted it blue on the outside.
Yeah.
And so,
Can we revert back to your dad? Did you when you saw obviously what Dad was doing? Did you want to get involved in his business, or did you want to do something completely different? Back when you were back in the day, and you're
I was 12 years old when I started bussing tables here
here
at the restaurant table.
Okay.
And it was.
Did you want to, or was that something that he
Not
wanted?
really. You know,
Yeah.
your dad kind of grabs you by the hair,
Yeah.
cuts your hair,
Yeah.
and then puts you in the restaurant.
Yeah.
And you start to do it. It was really like kind of drops you off at 10:30. You know, Dad, don't leave me.
Yeah.
Comes back at 5, picks
Yeah.
you up, and then I learned from the crew how to bus tables.
Yeah.
I started to learn how to wait tables when I was 12, but then I wasn't very good at it, so I bus tables.
Yeah.
During high school, I would fill in.
Which school did you attend? Which high school did you attend?
Oh, I went to Aptos.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Go Mariners.
That's right.
And so, you know, you fill in and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
what it was that it became very easy for me to work in restaurants.
Yeah.
And so because of that, I had that experience. I had my dad's, perspective. You know,
What about your mom?
Oh, she was doing the administration part.
Okay.
Yeah, and Dad would do the operations. I guess that would be the split, if you call it that.
Right.
And he was always itching to get back into his art.
Yeah.
Always wanted to get back into his art.
Yeah. Did he?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
He did. And Patricia and I took over pretty much around 98, 99. And Patricia learned the administration part from my mother. And
Yeah.
I stuck with the operations part.
Got to have a good Swede running around here. You gotta, they're like,
Oh, yes.
Right?
Very much so. So we did it there. And I was mostly out in San Juan Bautista running the restaurant there most of the time. But
was there another one out there? Was there another one out there?
There's one out called Jardines de
Okay.
San Juan is out there.
Yeah.
And Dad opened that in 1977.
Is it still in your family?
My niece.
Oh, your niece
has
has it. Okay.
Mhm. Angelina is her name.
And where's it at?
In San Juan Bautista.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yes. It's a
Have to check
big operation with brick patios and umbrellas and
I think I've
gardens
seen
like
that
you
place.
wouldn't believe.
Yeah, I think I've seen that place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful out there.
Very.
Yeah, nice part of the world.
So-
And what's all the art you have on you have different art here on the wall? What can you?
These are art that my father picked out.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Those he didn't paint those, but those are prints from a guy named Zuniga.
Okay.
And then the poster over there, the potato. And there's this is a picture that Patricia put up for his memorial
Yeah.
and such. I think it was for the 50th anniversary.
Yeah. Okay.
And there's another picture on the side
Yes.
here
Yeah.
that Patricia also put up.
Yeah.
And then there's one piece of art that my father had done, and we got a copy of it.
Yeah.
And it hangs close to the door there.
It's fine. It's fine.
And anyhow, that's demonstrative of Dad's art.
Yeah.
He was definitely an artist.
Yeah.
So many people remembered him as an artist.
More so than a restaurateur.
No.
No.
How do you say it? He's one of those guys that has half people remember him for the restaurant, half
Yeah.
of the people remember him for his art, half people remember him for his community service, half people remember him for his political activism.
Okay.
So
And what do you remember him most for?
being Dad?
Okay, being Dad. Yeah.
Tough guy.
Yeah.
Extremely intellectual, extremely well read, extremely into the arts.
Yeah.
Everything in the arts.
Yeah.
So,
And you loved him.
of course.
Of course you did. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. Well.
Just got over it the other
What's
last
that?
year. I just got over all of that last year.
Yeah. Well, thanks for taking time to talk to me today.
Was that it?
Yeah, that's it. I appreciate it. I don't wear out my welcome. You guys are going to get busy, so. But do you still enjoy coming to work every day?
Yeah,
You still love it?
I do.
Yeah.
The best part about coming to work
Is putting the coffee on in the morning?
no.
No.
The best part about coming to work is realizing And I remember this every day I do this. Everybody that works here, and there's like a lot of people that work here. They're like 40 something.
Yeah,
work here. Every one of them comes in here and they do their best job that they can.
Yeah.
And their best job is really better than good enough.
Yeah.
And they don't need me going in there micromanaging them and doing the whole bit.
You don't need to babysit.
I don't. Yeah.
No.
But they do so good, and I watch them work, and they just. I mean, that's the best part of my day.
Yeah.
Is watching them work and take care of people.
Yeah. And they're friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call each other family.
Yeah. That's wonderful. It shows when you come in here. It just shows.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations on 60 years.
60. I learned how to ride my bike right in front of the.
Yeah, I rode my bike here this morning too.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, my friend.
There you go.
Thank you very much for
You're very welcome. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, it's not that bad, huh? Wasn't
Not
that bad?
but I do have something. I have something for you though. You gotta go get it in the kitchen.
All right,
now.
sounds good. Thank you, my friend.
Sure.